Hello, and welcome to another episode of Across the Board. I'm your host, MJ, and tonight is a very special episode. This is episode 31 of Across the Board, and tonight I am doing the Stable Starter giveaway. So regardless if you are new to Photo Finish or already in Photo Finish, everyone is allowed to enter. And I've got some very fun, exciting announcements about that in a little bit. But first, before we get started, just want to give a big shout out to some new followers and members in chat tonight. From 2 days ago, we got Chalk Sauce, we have It's Chad White, Some Bowdy, JPEG Meta, DGen Harriers, Corey Anderson 830, and Bebix 420 just 16 minutes ago. Check in chat in here. What's going on? Sniff Racing, Jacked Baller in the house, Corey Anderson, thank you. Recent follow and first time here. Welcome. Some Bowdy as well. McLovin, been a minute. Welcome. Happy to have you here. We got Dorito in the house. We got Blender. Yeah, it has been a minute, McLovin. Happy you're here. JPEG, glad you are able to tune in live. For those of you that are new, just a few things. One, if you're here for the giveaway, Jinx 1985, thank you so much for the follow. If you are here for the giveaway, I'm really pushing the Kick channel, but tonight, just for ease, so it's easier to track, we are going to be doing this all on Twitch because I'm using Nightbot for this giveaway tonight, and that's a lot easier to automatically track entries. So if you are watching tonight and you want to be in the giveaway, get off of X, get off of Kick, get off of YouTube, head over to Twitch, come on, and we'll talk about the details of the giveaway in a little bit. The other thing I want to mention tonight is that I am not any sort of financial advisor whatsoever. So the information we talk about tonight, things we share tonight, this is just for entertainment purposes only. Crypto gaming is a very volatile space in general. So a lot of things can happen. So keep in mind that the markets and valuations and prices of tokens, of NFTs can all change very, very soon. So nothing shared tonight is financial advice. Also keep in mind too, if we talk about things like horse performance, breeding, etc., that nothing is guaranteed. And just because of, past performance, that does not guarantee future performance either. McLovin says, I need to catch up. You playing PFL 2 now? Yes, I am. Sniff Racing in the house. What is going on? Siberia's here. OG, happy to have you here. DGen Harriers, normally watch you on YouTube. I'm on Twitch for the first time in forever. Welcome. Thank you. I appreciate that. NFTs, OG says, I need to remember my Discord login. We need to catch up about PFL. Phase TG says, here for the knowledge before the giveaway, but the giveaway is nice. Love that. Lino in the house. What's going on, brother? How are you? In Phase, we got Yer with the Flames. Okay, so tonight's structure, we're going to talk a little bit about some PFL news. We're going to talk about the giveaway. But as always, if you have questions about racing your horse, what's working, what's not working, you want some help with understanding breeding based off of your strategies. We're going to talk about breeding in a little bit. That's on the agenda for tonight too. But first we're going to start with news. Then we're going to go into giveaway details and how to enter, what you need to do. Again, you just have to be live on Twitch. There will be a little phrase you've got to type in to enter, but that will be coming up soon. So there's a few more minutes for you to enter. All you have to do is enter, and you should be good, but must remain in chat. For those of you who are like, oh, when is he going to do the giveaway? When is it going to happen? I'm targeting around 7:30, maybe 8. Depends on just timing of how fast we get through things. So it's not going to be like, I'm not going to make you wait 3 hours for this. My target at longest is going to be 1 hour. Love to hear this. We've got... I'm going to butcher names. That's the other thing I do. So please correct me, chat. Please correct me. You'll not hurt my feelings. Mr. Blanca says to the moon. Kania 007 says, I have a juvenile LDF 2.532. It is shit. We can talk about that. DGen says, I don't talk about my racing anymore. Horses run purely for the crown now. Jack Baller says, let's go. JPEG Meta, Goat Talk is going to be my hype music for the gym today. Love that. Get it in the gym. Get in the gym. We got 46 in the house tonight right now, and we are just getting started. You simply love to see it. I appreciate you all being here. All right, so let's dive in. Prospect in the house. Prospect is a big part of our giveaway tonight. So Bing Bong stopping by for a bit. Appreciate you coming in, Prospect. Thank you. So the first thing I want to talk about tonight with you all is some PFL news. So we're going to just run through a very quick update to the Crown Weekly, which I've got up on my screen right here. The big two things I want to focus on here. One is Happy Birthday Crown and what that includes, what that means. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But the other thing I want to talk about is just the beauty of this community. Very, very sad. The recent passing of Amber, Sly Raven, Blackbird Stables. But as a community, we were able to come together and raise over $81,000 for her children and her family. And I think that's really special and really cool. And it really speaks volumes to what a community can do. So I just want to extend a thank you to everyone who contributed. Even if you didn't financially donate or donate a horse or anything like that, if you showed up to any one of the streams, you took time to read about the article, that's something. You shared it on, Twitter, shared it on X. That's something. So thank you for doing that. Also, big shout out to the third time photo finish team, Ian in particular, and just the rest of them for everything they did to help promote this. Lacey was huge with all this. And then, Peeb, Mo, Lino for their auctions. That was incredible. So they did an amazing job. Doey GG, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Yes, it's absolutely amazing, Face. Absolutely amazing. Guy Stables auction was very well run. I agree. I actually got a horse from that auction. I'm pretty excited about it. We can talk about that tonight too. Donated a horse, bought a horse. It was a good time. In terms of fundraising. Couldn't miss the stream. Ty in the house. Welcome, Ty. How you doing? Yes, absolutely. So moving on, we are going to be talking about Crown now and Crown's birthday. So Crown recently, we'll scroll up a bit. Crown just turned 1 year old. It's still a little infant, but it is doing Crown things. What I like or what I appreciate about this, again, I'm not super big into coins and analysis and all of that. That's just not my thing. That's not who I am. That's not what I do. The things I want to point out here are the consistency of the communication and the consistency and the transparency of the communication from third time and from the photo finish team, which I think has just absolutely been massive. So basically they talked about their Crown upgrade and these extensions. I'm not going to cover that on this stream. I'm sure someone else will. I may do it in a future show, but that is not the purpose of tonight. Tonight's all about the giveaway. And then they talked about the team and investor unlocks. They talked about the employee treasury and what that is for. They talked about the team treasury. How much is in it? What is that for? So marketing, bounties, other initiatives, OTC deals with vesting terms if necessary. Third time to utilize staking and tracks from the game. Aren't planning on doing large amounts. They don't want to cause major damage to the yield setup. And they want to maintain an equity pool for future hires, employee retention, bonus plans, etc. In summary, we have 0 plans to market sell this Crown. So that's 26.34 locked up in the team treasury. And then additionally, they said, hey, here are the seed round investors. Here's how much they have, and here are their wallets. And so Crown's birthday was on March 22nd. So if we look at we'll pull up deck screener here. And absolutely love the transparency. And I think the photo finish team has always been incredibly transparent. And if we mouse over, I don't know if you'll be able to, you might be able to see this. The 22nd, which was right here. Like a little dip, but it's not like I don't think you can see that. It's kind of at the bottom of that little trough there, the valley there. it really wasn't that bad. Usually, when people get access to tokens in the past, from my personal experience, there have been massive sell offs and you see things just tank. Look at this with meme coins. So many people get access to their meme coins. They're timing their vests, and then what do? They just market sell it all. It crashes and it never recovers. That is not the case here. So one, again, my own personal opinion, I love that the team was transparent with this, and two, I love that Crown is still holding on strong after the 22nd. Yeah, it's again, not financial advice. I'm not an expert here. I really try and stay away from meme coins. I don't put a lot into them. I've gotten some from some like airdrops, things like that, but it's very, very small amounts. Like sometimes it's even like pennies, or like $2. It's nothing crazy, but yeah, I try and stay away from the meme coins. I'm no coin market TA expert, anything like that, but just the fact that we have transparency and the fact that we have, Crown holding on, I think is really, really cool. Teamwork in the house, first time. Go Crown and go. And we got a Lino YouTube fan in the house. You love to see that. Lino is an excellent content creator. Go ahead and give him a follow on YouTube. Mr. Blanca 00, thank you for the follow 3 minutes ago. Appreciate you. All right, so let's get into tonight's giveaway and what that all entails. There's some questions about this. So I'm going to give you all of the information here. So let's start. Speaking of Crown, current Crown price, according to this, we can refresh it, is $1.47.1. What? I'm not sure I understand your. Oh, okay. I got you, Jack Baller. We'll talk about that too. I can answer that question for you a little later tonight after I talk about the details here. The current USD price is $1.47.1. Again, that can fluctuate at any time. I'm giving away the first thing I'm giving away. All this is going to be given away together. Again, whether you've been in PFL for a while or you are new, this is one complete giveaway. Kosho in the house. What's going on? So the first thing I'm giving away is 100 Crown, which at the time of this stream, that is 147 USDC. So you'll get 100 Crown. The next thing you will get is 40,000 Derby, but you'll get it in USDC, and that's 500 USDC, 100 of which is coming from me. The other 400 is coming from the community legend Solanot Stables. I'm dropping his Twitter in chat. If you don't follow him currently, please give him a follow, shoot him a thank you. So he donated 400 USDC to me. So you're going to get 100 Crown tokens. You're going to get 500 USDC. You are going to get a complete logo branding package from a very good friend of mine in the Web3 space, Mr. Prospect Hodolko, which will include PFPs, banners, silks, everything you need for your branding within Photo Finish. We've got some examples up he sent over. We've got White Cheddar, Isolated Atoll, Nemesis, Prodigy. So, I mean, we got a lot of horse, but the thing, like horses up here, the thing I want to point out is just the different styles you're going to see with this. You've got kind of like a cartoon animated. You've got like an old school animated. You've got something completely different with Nemesis MX. You can see you got like a banner going on for Prodigy. We got Rhino Racing, completely different style. Eagle's Nest Racing. You can see for Blackbird Stables, we have the list of the hex codes, so you'll get all the different color information that you need. Wimbledon Turf Stables, and then we've got, I love this one right above me, Samurai Stables right up top there. I think looks sick. I love that. I am also biased towards the soccer stable on the left there because those are Man City colors, and that is my favorite soccer team. JG Web3, if you're watching, sorry about that. We got La Jolla's logo, which looks incredible. Willow Run. We've got 530 Ranch. You've got a different breed racing. Again, completely different style. I think that looks so cool. very spacey. We got Rorka Racing in the house. Kaiju Racing. I love this Valhalla logo that's right here in the middle. Again, completely different style. We've got the OG Valkyrie Racing, Lacey in the house. Her logo there. We've got Lucky Charms Pasture. We've got 365, Mel's and Dingling, Northwest Caballos, which I probably Caballos. I butchered that horribly. Got a nice little logo, and then you've got some Silks examples, and then Spark Pug. So again, you'll have options here in terms of like styles that you like, that you want. He's great to work with. This alone, he charges, I think it's like 3 Sol for this minimum. That can go up in price. So what, with the current price of Sol, what is the current so like it's 100 crown, that's 500 USDC. Sol is currently at 186. So what? That's 186.23. We'll say times 3. That's another $558 in value. And yeah, so you're gonna get great resume, different styles. You're gonna get PFP, banners, silks, hex codes, everything you need for full stable branding. Valued at over right now at the current price of Sol at the time of this stream, $550. But wait, there's more, because also included in this package is a filly, a age 0, can race in 2 seasons, unnamed filly, left dirt soft, and look at this, chat. No 1 of 1, A- into A+, A+. We have for a 12 out of 22 wins from Denim Diamond. Sorry, podium rate. 12 out of 22. And insanely profitable. But I think those are mostly due to studs. So it's been hit a good amount there. And then if we look at Bambera, 3 podiums in 4 races. I retired her pretty quick. I think I raced her. Yeah, I'm almost positive I did. So, great question. Jizz Biscuit, what a name. How do you register to win this? Well, I'm going to tell you how to do that. But first, I'm going to tell you there's more. Previously unannounced. This will go to a second winner if we hit it. Let me refresh this because that is not showing correct there. Chat, how many people does it say are watching the stream currently? Let me know that. Because I just want to make sure this is correct. Yeah, this is looking goofy. This is looking goofy here on me, chat. This is looking goofy on me. Okay, yeah, 33. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. If we get to perfect. Thank you. If we get to 100 viewers on Twitch, I'm going to give away another horse to a separate winner. So, keep that in mind. If we can get to 100 on Twitch, we got to 35 now, I will be giving away a separate horse. So, right now, one winner will get 100 crown, valued at the current time of the stream at $147 USDC. 500 USDC per derby. Cover racing, breeding, because you are getting a filly, or do with it what you want. That's your choice. Complete branding package, silks, PFP, banner, hex codes, all of that from Prospect. That's valued at 3 Sol, at least. And he'll correct me on that if I'm wrong, I'm sure. And then you're going to get this non-1 of 1, 7.5 out of 9 pref, age 0 LDS filly, all going to one winner. Again, must be on Twitch if we want to do the second horse giveaway. I need to hit 100. Twitch is currently showing 36. So, How to enter? That is the $1 million question. Really, it's just the few $100 question. I need you to type into chat the name. Sorry, just the phrase MJPFL, all one word, all lowercase. Winner takes all. Absolutely. Unless we hit 100 viewers on Twitch, then I'm going to give that second horse away to a separate winner. So yeah, just confirming we've got your Thai Blender. Perfect. I'm so POV. Guy Stables, Dohi. Yep. Doritos in. Kenahai. Perfect. We got people flying in right now. Flying in. Okay. So while people enter, again, we'll be doing the drawing earliest 10 minutes, latest probably 30 minutes from now. You gotta be here. Got to be here to claim it. If you are not here to claim it, we're re-rolling it. We're redoing it. Mr. Kerr19, thank you for the follow. So we had some questions. Someone posted in chat, hey, I have this horse. It's got these great track prefs. It seems to be a donkey. If you're still here, let me know the name of your horse. Would love to take a look at it, give you some thoughts on that. The other question that was asked is, MJ, how do you have such a high win rate? Well, let's go take a look at my stable. Don't at me for having the card view. But I started out with two horses. Hawkeye up here, an A- LTS. And the other one was Wabi Sabi down here, a B+ LTS as well. But I originally wanted them. I couldn't afford the higher grades, so I wanted to get the best bang for my buck. So highest amount of boosts that I could afford. And also with some attribute matches, because I figured, hey, I can get grades with time. I want to start with quality that I can afford to move on from there. Now, some of it, I'm sure, might have been luck. Some of it might have been some skill. But those are kind of the base of my stable. Now, one thing that I do that I see a lot of people not doing in PFL, I was asked again, why do I have such a high win rate? How do I have such a high win rate? Is I am incredibly patient with my race selection. And I get horses dialed in. I see where they are successful. And then I choose races based off of where they had that success. So, for example, I see people who might run at, 5 furlongs. Maybe they get 6 out of 11 place. Then they run 9 furlongs and they get 3rd out of 10. And so they hit the podium. Maybe they're slightly profitable, maybe not. And then maybe they'll run 11 furlongs and they'll get 7th. Well, then maybe they'll go to 7 furlongs or they'll go to 12 furlongs. Instead, if I see something hit, I dial in on that and I keep going. Now, so I'll say a big part of it then is patience. The other thing that I will do is I am testing out some, I'll say, deeper breeding theories, which, again, if you look at my stable, I've talked about this on past streams, is look at, what was it? It was, we'll go to retire. Oh, yeah, we are on retired. Look at Origami. That's the horse. Now, I got a really shitty heart roll here. But watch Origami, watch the bloodline of Origami. Look for some trends there. If you don't see them, that's okay. If Origami's offspring ends up doing well, I will share my strategy with all of you. But the reason why I haven't done it yet is because I don't want to mislead anyone. Say, hey, go do this. A bunch of people go do it and it doesn't work out for them. That's the last thing I want to do. What else has led to my success? The type of race that I'm choosing. So I don't like maiden races. I don't like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 races. Why don't I like those? Well, with maiden, I get basically a shot. If I win, I'm out of that type of race. So for me, and with me having, B+, A-, A+ horses, my sweet spot's going to be in, handicap and allowance races. I'm not going to be able to race with the big dogs. I'm not going to be racing in major races. So I really just focus on those. And if I have success in those and I'm doing incredibly well, then I may try and move up, I'll say, a difficulty level for that horse. Maybe I'll try like a grade banded, graded race. Like, hey, A minus only graded race, just to see how they would perform there. And if they continue to crush it there, then I move up a level. I see some people who think, a lot of people that I guess I've talked to, and I'll say even the past 2 weeks alone, have S horses, S minus, and they think they can run in the big races just because they have that grade. And that is not the case. Or they think, hey, I won 2 races at this distance for an allowance. I'm going to move up to a grade 1 race. And that just doesn't work. I'm sorry, it's not going to work. There's a chance it could, but in most cases, it's not going to happen. So, again, how am I successful? How do I think I'm successful? Starting off with high track prefs, 2 to 3 attribute match, and looking at the just like what I felt was the best for the boost, the highest boost that I could afford. I didn't put a lot into grade. I couldn't afford higher grade, and I figured I could get there eventually. The cornerstone of my stable is Wabi Sabi. She has made some absolute monsters. We'll go down to the bottom here. Sushi with Love. Ooh, that's a new one. Age 1. Here's Origami. 8 podiums in 11 races, even with B minus heart. T Money. 9 podiums in 14 races. Mesopotamia. T Money and Origami were raced by me. Mesopotamia was not raced by me, but that's 5 races, 5 podiums in 11 races. Jishin was raced by me. And then I'm going to ask myself to do some crazy math here. So that's 32 and 14, 46 out of 66 podiums. Monster. Full of Wabi. Look at this, 9 track prefs. I'm excited for this horse to run. Also like the white coat. That's Wabi and Hakanai. Super excited for that one. Then Wasabi, 2 podiums in 8 races. Was not raced by me. Trinket was raced by me. 6 out of 14. St. Lucia, not raced by me. That's 27 out of 63. So again, patience. I focus on allowance and handicap races. I do not race above my grade. If I'm a B plus horse, I'm not going to enter into an A graded race. I'm not going to jump multiple difficulties within, a few races of running the horse. I'm going to gradually go my way up. So that's kind of the overlying thought process I have around race selection. A question I'll get to is how do I I lost my train of thought. I got distracted. We'll circle back to chat. I'll come back to my thought. Kosho's trying to replicate. Love to see it. This is where you're at as well, FaZe. Love this approach. Thank you. Thanks for the math help there, Jizzbiscuit. Appreciate you. How did you originally select Wabi or Origami to base a stable on? So, again, I couldn't afford S. I wanted high boost. I wanted at least some attribute matches. I think they both have 2 or 3. And I wanted high track preferences. And I didn't really have a full realized vision yet. I was starting to formulate that. But to be safe, I went left turf for both of them. The population for Gen 0 and left turf was not super high. I felt they could breathe together at the very least. And depending on how things panned out, I could have a good starting point. Great questions. Great questions. Thanks for that, Dohi. Guy Stable says, looks like the winning factor is MJ himself and not necessarily the horse. Appreciate you. T-Merc says, facts. Yeah, exactly. Stick to the script. RHDC says, thanks for the stream. Sorry to be late. No worries at all. Appreciate you being here. Blender says, I have a filly that I bought on race. I think it's pretty good. Any chance you could give me thoughts on race selection? Perfect. Blender, that was my thought. So I'm going to give you, this is my blind. JG's in the house. Again, sponsor of Across the Board, JG Web3, everyone's favorite Liverpool fan. If you saw my stream last week with Solanaut, go give JG Web3 a follow right now, because he has the best interviews on X with his spaces. Absolutely incredible. Just sent that over chat right now. Drop him a follow on X. You can see right now, episode 28 was just recorded with Poseidon about his new SS minus Philly. So if you want news, you want to learn, you want insights from other great stables in PFL, give him a follow. He's incredible. So he is Larry King of PFL. So let's go back. Let's talk about race selection. I'm going to give you my tips for blind race selection in PFL. And it's going to be pretty straightforward. So let's say you have no idea where to race this horse at all. Here's my strategy on how I do it. And again, I'm not going to guarantee any outcomes. I'm not going to guarantee any performance. But what I would do is, if the first thing I would do is I'd look at the parents. And if both parents have had success at the same or very close to same distances, start with one of those distances. Okay. So I guess before you even do that, in your head, break down. This is what I do. I break down all the distances in Photo Finish into 3 funnels. So we've got 4, 5, 6 furlong, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's say then both the parents of the foal that I have, one was great at 11, one was great at 10. Well, I'm going to start in that higher side of the funnel. I'm going to look for allowance or handicap races that are within my graded. So it's not like it's, let's say it's a B+ horse like Wabi up here. I'm not going to race in, A graded or anything like that. Just allowance, handicap, starting at that, 10, 11, 12 range. Put that horse in, see what happens. Then, if I did not podium or come close to podium, like if it wasn't a, unintended, Photo Finish, it wasn't a super close race, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go down to a different funnel, whether that be 4, 5, 6, or 7, 8, 9. I'm going to pick, again, allowance or handicap in one of those races. And I'm going to do that till I have maybe 1 to 2 races in each one of those funnels. And I'm going to come over to, and you know what, we're gonna fire this up. I'm going to come over to my website, mjinformatics.com. I'm going to fire up horsepower. And I'm going to take a look and see how the horse is performing. I'm going to check a few spots for this. This is a complete hypothetical example here, chat. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the distances. I'm going to look at the number of horses. Is this the same? Did I do really well against a small field, or am I doing pretty well against bigger fields? I'm going to look at my position and my finish percent. I'm going to say, okay, what's the lowest? What has the best? I'm then going to base off of that, try and race at similar distances. I'm also going to look for kind of some trends in down here above my head, the average fleet figures. So, well, first I'm going to go with was injured. I'm going to set that to false. I'm going to select the grade. It looks like it's selected, but it's really not. You've got to go in and select it. Go ahead and hit A. Ignore these. You'll get little things that pop up. Ignore them. If one says reconnect, just hit reconnect. And now we can see, again, so this was the kind of your wicks for how you're doing based off of your grade, off of all the different types of races that you ran. So across allowance, claiming, handicap, and stakes. So I see here that at 10 furlong, I'm crushing. And I'm also kind of trailing down at 11 and 12. I also, so you can see here that I did decently well at 10. I experimented out, tried to break out from that at 11 and 12. Was a little less. And then I also went the other side of 9, and that was much lower. Now, that doesn't guarantee that some of these other distances could be successful. They could. But I'd like to try and stay within funnels and look at similar distances, depending on how I've bred. The other thing to look at, which I think is often overlooked on this page, is these little red charts down here. And so what this is this is by furlong. So you can see 9, 10, 11, and 12. And this is going to show you the distribution of where you finish within the field. So I'd see at 9, I'm finishing right around that 50% mark in my 2 races I've run there. In 10, I'm more consistently finishing near the top. And then I don't have many finishes, though I do finish due to some variation down here at the end. 11 has been pretty straightforward, and 12 I've actually had some success with. So you can also check things like profit and all of that, filter by seasons. I'm not going to get super granular here, but just wanted to kind of break down how I think about that. So if I have no idea, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, pick a race at one of those distances. If there's one that matches both parents' preference, try that. And then if not, go to a different funnel, try that, see what that looks like, and keep experimenting. Try and get in low entry. Don't go spending a ton of money on entry fees. Try and find something that's a little cheaper because you're kind of in that experimentation phase. So this is my blind approach to race selection for new foals. That's how I handle it. I'm not saying it's the best way. I'm not saying it's the only way. But that is a strategy that I used for that. Love to see all the JG Web3 love in chat. Appreciate that. Again, if you are new, you just tuned in. If we get to 100 viewers on Twitch, we're currently at 46. If we get to 100, I will be giving away another foal to a separate winner. Otherwise, if you'd like to enter the main giveaway, for the 100 crown, 500 USDC, full logo branding package, and the filly, you just need to type MJPFL in chat on Twitch. Cannot be on X, cannot be on Kick, cannot be on YouTube. Get over here on Twitch. And you must be here. If you are not here when you win, the winner will be selected by Nightbot. We will re-roll it. So please, please, please stick around. We are not too long away. MJPFL, all one word. To do that. I love that you're grocery shopping, Kosho. Hope you're getting something fun. So also MCur19, if I didn't mention you before, thank you for the follow, as well as DJ Codiny, thank you for the follow. Chat's moving fast tonight. Do I factor in fleet figures at all? A little bit. I'm looking for trends in fleet figure, what's high, what's low. If I see myself above that box in a fleet figure, especially after I filter out injuries and grade, I'm feeling pretty good about things. It's not a guarantee, okay? The way to think about photo finish is that there's not one metric or stat you should look at to say, yep, this is going to be my proven winner. There are times where there have been horses that crush, and you can say, yep, I looked at this one thing and that delivered. That can happen, but 90% of the time, you need to consider many, many factors, like the track preferences, how it's raced at certain conditions, how it's raced in certain types of races. Have you raced it in certain fleet figure benchmarks that are maybe skewing things? So a lot to keep in mind here. Also considering aging. There's a lot that really goes into it, but great questions in chat tonight. Great questions in chat. Belkadress says, you gotta help me with one of my horses. I know she got potential, but she's been trolling lately. 105 watching on Twitter. That's awesome. But I need them to come over to Twitch if they want the giveaway. And I appreciate them all for watching on Twitter. That's incredible. Appreciate that, Coach. Belkadress, what's the name of the horse? We can take a look quick. Just going to catch up in other... The name is Intention. Sorry. Kenaya. I think I said that right this time. Threw that in. Let's take a look at this. I'm just going to refresh the page, clear out all those filters in here. Belkadress says, okay, Harriet. How do you approach rain chance? Great question. We will get to rain chance after these two horses. All right, while this loads up, it's got to sort through a lot of data. Okay, so here we go. And this could be about a day behind or so. So we've got 10 races so far. You've done 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay. You've done 3 claiming races, handicap, stakes, allowance. Okay, so look at this allowance. You got something going with that allowance. You've got profit 3 races at 6. You've got 2 on condition. Let's look at yielding sloppy. Interesting. Okay, you're all running on left dirt. Nice. Let's take a look here. So I'm gonna go grade. I'm gonna select S minus. Was injured. Look at false. And you've got a good, kind of wide selection of races, but low sample. So this could go in a bunch of different directions. It looks like the only place you've had success has been at 6. So let's get rid of 4 and 5. I'm just going to change that filter up top. And let's just take a look at 6. Let's just see what happened at 6 here. Thank you, Sniff. Appreciate that. And that's, again, like, that's my goal with my site, is to present you with all of the data, let you find the pieces of the puzzle that make sense to you, and let you pick those out. So we've got 1 claiming, 1 handicap, and 1 stakes. 805. Looks like you did well in the stakes. Looks like that stakes was graded at 66. You're currently running at a 60 benchmark. You're 60 there. Average. So you're racing a little higher on competition. Average race age of 2. You are also 2. 33% win rate, 33% podium. It looks like that claiming and handicap were tough. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at those races. Let's see what those so a 50K claimer. So I'm going to click view PFL, and then this is going to pop up. I'm going to say view horse. It's not going to load, but that's fine. There it goes. All right, so we'll look at your 6. Okay, so here's your claimer. SS, A+, A+. And this is, LDF. And this is an LDF. So I'm guessing, here's my theory. Okay. Well, I'm formulating some thoughts here, chat. Juvenile handicap stakes. Okay. LDF. Strong track profs on those. Without looking to the individual details there, I mean, you're not that much further off. Let's see the one that you won on. Yeah. Here we go. Championship stakes. 57 max. Okay. So this was a 57 max. Yeah. So to me, this says you did well here because it comes down to competition. You're racing a 60 fleet figure at 57 max against much weaker than, if we look at, take a look at some of these other races again at 6. So if you look at this, so it's 58, 59, 56. What did you run on this one? 60. Did you run 60 in that? $56 in that one. Got it. In that claiming. 60 in that. 65 on the 4, but struggled. 66 in this one that you finished in. So that was a 57 benchmark, and you ran a 66. So you just crushed there. So to me, what I'm seeing here is competition. You have an S minus. It doesn't feel super strong. Let's look at this bloodline here. 1 out of 3, 2 kind of early to tell there. This 1 out of 11 concerns me from Brass and Pocket. And Zephonic, that's 8 out of 25, which is okay. One thing I'm looking at, again, which I don't have, I'll say don't have hard data on, but theory being, like, I want to look at, continued success down a bloodline, and I don't see that here. So I'm wondering if that's, like, this looks nice. That's 35, 40, 53 out of 75, but this Brass and Pocket seems a little concerning with the 1 podium and 11 finishes. So I wonder if that's bringing things down a bit for you. You found success when you ran a 66 fleet figure. We had that information right here. You ran a 66 fleet figure in a 57 benchmark race and you crushed. So try and optimize that. My suggestion, not financial advice, would be to try and optimize that benchmark opportunity. Race in as low of a quality field as you possibly can, and go from there. Let's see what we got here. Lino says you can actually go to my YouTube. I believe it's under like live. Yeah, the historicals are all on YouTube. Yes, and my resources on my website, absolutely. Thank you for the all lowercase reminder. Nice grand resolve. Yeah, Bebix, we can absolutely talk about your horse too. Let me know. I want to get to the other horse, and then I want to talk about how I approach rain. I did not forget that at all. What was that other horse? Intention. We looked at intention. Come on, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know you're in here. Shoot, who else put in the name of their horse they wanted me to look at from before? I think I missed it. JPEG Meta says, you found morning light and odds to be helpful in finding distance, i.e. if odds go from 12 to 7 after switching from 12 to 4 for long, I feel like I found something. I don't personally. I very rarely look at those. I had odds on my side. I removed them. I feel they're very heavily guided towards, in comparing against the field, towards higher graded horses, which makes sense. But if you want to compare against like how you have done at different distances, there could be something there. I'd be curious to see what that could look like. Let's see. Catching up with chat. Irish Mono in the house. Welcome. Oh yeah, Belcatraz had the horse Harriet. There you go. We'll refresh this. We'll go check out Harriet. Then I'll talk about Rain. MJPFL, all lowercase. We're currently at 53 viewers on Twitch. Again, if we can get that up to 100, I'll give away another horse. I will give away another horse. All right. So once this reloads, maybe if I actually hit refresh, that might be helpful. We will look at Harriet. All right, so going to plug her in. Yeah, MJPFL, lowercase, all one word. All one word. You must be here to win. Hey, good. Nice job, RHDC. Thank you for looking out. All right, so A+, we're going to select A+. We're going to look at, then we're going to get injured. We're going to set that to false just to clean up some of those wicks down there. You're strong. I mean, you've got 3 stars across the board. And so kind of what I'm seeing here kind of makes sense. Looks like you raced in your maiden. You won it. You then moved on to handicap and stakes. You had some success at 8 furlongs. And again, small sample sizes throughout, which makes this tough. So again, I'm seeing some trends here. I see a peak at 8, which would make sense. And then kind of levels off here. So that's kind of curious. Speed's a little low. 7's kind of high, but you're lower in your fleet figures. So I'm not seeing like what I'm looking when I look at speed and fleet figures are like similar trends in how those are going together. Again, that's not, a bulletproof method of success. But those are pieces of the puzzle to consider. So let's look at your 8 furlong races and just see how you did. You've only raced non-benchmark. So I like the style of races that you're in. We go here and here. So you definitely seem to prefer sloppy, and that would kind of come out with your condition here. So at 8, you had a sloppy and you had a yielding. So I would consider doing, and you went from maiden to stakes, memorial stakes on the 24th. So let's take a look at this. See what this stakes race looks like. Here we go. Boom, boom. This is an A+ max. So you went from a maiden to A+ max stakes. You were an A+ max horse, which again, I don't hate. I would have personally raced more handicap and allowance. So let's dial that back a little bit. And see. I'm not going to guarantee any performance. I won't say, hey, you're going to start winning here, but you had some success at 8. Look at allowance. Look at, and this will segue nicely into kind of my conversation about rain. Look at 100%. Look at 80%. So if I'm 2.5+ stars on condition, I'm looking for 0 to 20 or 80 to 100. If I'm 2, I will go, ideally 60 to 80, 20 to 40. And then if I'm less than 2, I kind of play in that middle ground. Now, that's just a rule of thumb. It's a ballpark, depending on, in my opinion, breeds, genetics. Things get all sorts of wonky and goofy. Play around with it. Come to the site and just look at this right here. See how you're doing in the different conditions. And then if you know there's a higher chance of sloppy at 100% rain, hit 100%. So that's kind of how I approach rain weather. Hey, good luck. I know not what you got cooking. I think that's what your name is. Thank you for the follow. And then FSGX Bubble. Thank you for the follow. So that's kind of my take on rain. Let's see here. Pencil Me is my horse name. She's hard to figure out. AC Wolf 77, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Pencil me in. So good. We'll do a refresh. We're coming close on the hour, so the giveaway will be happening soon. MJPFL, all lowercase. Winner must be here. Pencil me. And I'm going to be honest with you, chat. Not every horse is going to be a winner. Not every horse will be successful. Just because you have a horse does not mean you can or will be successful, be profitable in PFL. So again, I'm going to select the grade. I'm going to go to injury to false. RDF. Yep. Okay, so we see you ran some left turning turf on yielding. Did not go horribly, did not go great. I see some strength here. The fact that your finish percent is below 45 across all these races so far has been nice. 69.1, nice. Fleet figure overall. You're profitable. So I would go in your 2.5, 1.5, 1.5. Seem to have success on fast. We've got greens across the board here at 4 furlongs for 5 races. If we just dial this in to just say, hey, what's happening at 4? And again, if we look kind of at this trend down below here, you can see that you're right at the top of that box and you're above that box, both, pretty high signs. You can see it kind of fall away as you get closer to yielding. Performance suffered a little bit. We want to take the type of race into consideration there. I would look for handicap 4 furlong fast, try and get some more data there, but you're profitable at 4. So I would keep running 4s. What have you run recently? Because this is an example where if I hit those 4 furlong performances early, I'm going to stay running at 4. Okay, you did 5, 4, 4, 6, 4. Okay, yeah. I mean, I kind of like this breakdown here. Keep looking for 4s. That's what I would do. Again, not promising anything, but that's how I would approach racing this horse. Got a question from DeFi Bookie Stables. Have you ever taken the rain preference into breeding, like matching 2 sloppy horses together? No, I have not. I've done the condition, but I've not looked at or considered the actual rain preference at all. I saw because the rain preference, you can hit sloppy with 80%. So I feel that crossover there would kind of really muddy that data and create some noise there if that was a thing. I don't believe it is, but that's just me speaking. I don't know that for a fact. There was a question. What do I do with horses that I don't want to race? Yeah, I would sell them off. I would put them in claiming. There's one, cheeky G who I have right now who I think is aging a bit. I'm experimenting with some claiming races with him. The methods to offload are numerous in this game, which I think is really cool, really important to see. Like, you can hold on for breeding. You could try and sell in the market. You can put into a claimer. You've got 3 very clear options for how to handle kind of offloading or moving on from horses, which I think is super, super interesting. Good questions, though. Good question from DeFi Bookie. And good question from whoever just asked that. How did I miss that? Whoever just asked about the question I just answered. Wow, absolute brain fart there. Okay. Oh, offloading horses. Thank you. Catching up with chat. I've got a horse that is 2 stars in firm, but all of his fleet figures are higher on yielding fast slop. Things like that happen. We're seeing a lot more volatility. With Gen 0, it was a lot more consistently matched, and that's starting to change in my opinion. Do you rate speed over fleet figure? No, I do not. And I don't necessarily rate speed a lot. The reason being is that speed can change depending on the track preference and distance you are running. So I don't put a lot of stock into speed. I more look at the trend and the comparison against the field more than anything else. Good question, JG. When I select breeding partners, if they don't have any matches, do you not breed with them? I don't think maybe 1 or 2 I've bred with low match or no match, but I typically do look for that. Redwood Shadow, please. All right, after Redwood Shadow, we are going to do the giveaway chat. Don't worry, we will not be done. I'll still have a few minutes to do some reviews, talk strategy, and discussion. Great questions tonight from chat. Absolutely great. Really appreciate you all. All right, so let's take a look. It was Redwood. Let's see. Gotta catch up on the other screen here. Wow, I'm really behind in chat. Oh yeah, you did. Bebix, you did. I'll do 2. I'll do Pedrokia and Redwood Shadow, and then we'll do, and then I'll answer JD's question, and then we will do the giveaway. All right. Pedrokio. And then Sniff Racing, I'll get you 2. Don't worry. All right, so the giveaway will be a few minutes after the hour, but it will be happening very soon, chat. MJPFL, all one word, lowercase. Okay, so Pedrokio, non-benchmark, cool. Okay, maiden, a lot of maiden. You did better in your maidens. So I'm going to filter out maidens just because you had a lot in there. We're just going to click that off. And let this load. And you got 1. Okay. So what I'm seeing here when I filter out those maidens, so I see grade 2, grade 3, and stakes. I would go back to allowance and handicap. I'm going to filter, select this. And so what we're going to see right now, horse lever, welcome. I have a feeling that what we're going to see is we're going to see some low kind of wicks from this. I could be wrong. Okay, so with this selected, yeah. Okay, so 8 struggled there, but about average, a little higher on the speed. But yeah, if you look at the question was asked about speed, look at how this tapers down. And this is the S horses. That doesn't mean that they're necessarily slower. It's just how you run at that distance. So I don't put a lot of stock in just speed, on its own. And yeah, so that fleet figure's low. That one's a little high. I think you're running too high of class. I would bump down the type of race that you're running. And I would look at different track types just because your sample size is so small. I would not run 7 furlongs. I would go back to 8 allowance handicap, see what that looks like. Because stakes wasn't great, and then grade 3 and grade 2 weren't great. So really I would bump down your competition. I think that's your next step. Now we're gonna go to Redwood Shadow. And then JG Web3, while I pull up, no problem, BBix. When, as I'm pulling up this next horse, JG's question, when do you decide when a horse is done? Is there a point? I love that you asked that. Shoot. And I can answer that, but I want to show you. I don't want to just tell you. All right, so let's go Redwood Shadow. Again, no guarantees there, BBix, but good luck. Could be better. And if 8 doesn't work when you go down like that, check other funnels as well, just to see what you have. Woo! Look at you at 10. Okay, so here's an example. You have allowance, claiming, maiden, and stakes, and then you jump up to a grade 3. Did not have great performance. So I'm going to select the grade. I'm going to filter out the injuries. And then we're going to filter out grade 3 under event type. I'm a little Sniff Racing. Can horses be better at other traits than their star-rated ones? Can you clarify what you mean by that, please? All right, and then chat, we are going to be very, very close. Okay, so when we filter those out, oh, I love this. So we see one condition, and if you look at this, this seems to favor yielding races. You've got great 10, so let's dial that in. 9 is also profitable. So is 8. So we're going to go 8 up top here. This is a wonderful example of a horse. Can a right horse go left? Got it. So I would say try it. It really depends on the makeup. I'm starting on preference first, though. I'm not going to just branch off into going off preference. If I have a lot of success on preference, then I would try it. And so we'll go 8 to 10. We'll really narrow this down. PFP PFP matches. So in my breed barn, it'll show Gen 0 PFP matches. Perfect. Okay, so looks like you prefer yielding good and fast. Allowance looks nice. Okay, maiden, okay. Again, these aren't bad numbers because you're under 35%. Look at this above. Love that. So, high consistently on all of them. Looks like 9. Oh, looks like 10 is, the best of them all. And again, that's kind of correlated with the profit up there because we see the 0 and 25 at 10. So I would go 10 furlongs, your 75% podium rate. If we dial this in even further, and again, people ask how I have such a high win rate. If I saw this, I would say the thing I'm doing first and foremost is just racing 10. Just racing 10. 10, good yielding, avoid soft and sloppy. Those are off preference, and I would just hammer that. It's a lot of maiden claiming. Stakes, you did all right there, too. Look at allowance, look at handicap, and see what you can do there. That would be my optimal suggestion. That's how I would approach racing this horse. Again, no guarantees on performance. But that's how I would approach this. All right, it is now going to be giveaway time. Are you ready, chat? Are you ready? You must be here. MJPFL, all lowercase. You are going to get 100 crown, 500 USDC. You are going to get, where is she? You're going to get full of Bambera, and you're going to get a full logo and branding package from Prospect Huddle, unnamed, no 1 of 1 blood, A+, 7.5 out of 9. Here we go. So chat, can I get a countdown in chat? I'm running this through Nightbot, so I'm going to hit roll it in a few seconds here, and it is going to select our winner. Thank you. Yes, and again, shout out to Kamish, shout out to Solonot, shout out Solonot Stables on X. Also, shout out to Prospect. Be sure to give him a follow. Good luck, everyone. Just drop Prospect in chat. We're going to get Solonot back in here as well. Let me pull up his profile. And shout out to JG Web3, tonight's sponsor. Now with 28 episodes of a Stable Star series. Highly recommend checking that out, checking him out. Drop him a follow. He's a great guy, too. Great guy as well. Okay, so chat. Again, you must be on Twitch to win. You must be here. Thank you, Horse Lover 111, PD Pablos, AC Wolf 77 for the follows. Here we go, chat. I am selecting our winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clicked it. Winner is RHDC Stables. RHDC, if you are here in chat, congratulations. Are you here, RHDC Stables? You must be here. You are here. Let's go. RHDC, congratulations. You just won the Stable Starter giveaway package. Shoot me a message on X or Discord. Discord is MJ Gaming, and I will make sure that you are connected so I can get your wallet. I will send you the crown and the USDC immediately. I will let the team know to get you. Also need your like stable ID so I can give that to the team so they can transfer the horse away to you. Congratulations, RHDC. I'm so happy for you. You're also, I'll let Prospect know. You're going to get a full logo design package there. Big shout out again to Solonot, to Prospect, and our sponsor tonight, JG Web 3. Absolutely amazing. RHDC, shoot me a DM. Let's be in touch, and I will get this to you ASAP. For everyone else that tuned in tonight, thank you so much. I appreciate you all for being in here. Thank you to the new followers. If I did not get to a horse evaluation or a photo finish question that you had, or a breeding question that you had, please follow me on X, reach out to me, shoot me a DM, message me on Discord. More than happy to help. Final announcement, there will be no stream next week. In fact, there will be a slight delay in performance on horsepower next week as I'm taking a week off. I am going out of the country. Nice little trip for myself. Gonna kind of disconnect, touch some grass. So I will see you in 2 weeks. But please don't stop. Don't hesitate from sending me those DMs. Let's chat, photo, finish. Subi Dude, thank you so much for the follow. Funky Monk, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you all. You are all wonderful. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for tuning in tonight. RHDC, I'll get this over to you ASAP.